Are you bag holding AMC or did you just make a ton of money on AMC? Regardless of what your position and what your stance is, I've been in both of these situations before because, in January around that time, I was a buyer of AMC when it was around $4 and I had a dollar cost average all the way up until around $2.50. And, while everyone was really fearful, while it was around that $2.50 area and even that $4 area, I just kept on buying and then the price just shot up like crazy. And again, I am seeing the exact same thing happen again. So I've been through this, guys. And what I just want to say in this video is talk about not only my opinions, because at this point, it doesn't matter what I think, it matters about what these analysts are saying. These people are the ones that are really going to control the markets next week because they want to capitalize off of you guys. So do not fall for their tricks, okay? And so also, what I want to say is at the end of my video, this is kind of unrelated to AMC, but I'm sure a lot of you guys know who Kathy Wood is. She is the leader of ARK Invest. Well, at the end of each of my videos, as long as you subscribe to the channel, you guys will be getting free ARK Invest buy/sellers. All you have to do is comment what ticker you're confused about, whether Kathy Wood is buying or selling, and I will tell you guys exactly how many shares they're buying, how many shares they're selling, and their portfolio allocation into a specific stock. It usually costs a lot of money to get this, yearly. However, I'm going to be giving it all for free. Now, aside from that, let's get into this article because I said articles matter much more than my opinions at this point because the price has just risen so much. So, again, we don't want anyone bag holding a stock. So, let's just see what the analysts say at Wall Street. So, this article states that the short squeeze has not contributed to AMC's recent rise. I can't believe that Forbes, guys, Forbes, they're even stating all of this. And so basically what they're saying is that we have not seen the real short squeeze yet. And I agree. I don't think that the short squeeze is here. Well, actually, I do. I think the short squeeze definitely had a, major effect on AMC recently, right? But I think that it is not over yet. And to that, I say that I think that there is going to be a gamma squeeze happening soon because what really happened, guys, is that Wall Street, and retail traders, there's definitely conflict between both of those sides. And I think that the retail traders, they have a lot of power. And one of the articles that I'm going to be talking about actually states that same exact thing. And there's actually a crazy statistic, okay? So this analyst states that he estimates that 20% of AMC is shorted, or 448 million shares. And you guys will not believe how many shares retail traders own. I'm going to get into that statistic, like I said, in just a few minutes, and the number is literally going to shock so many of you guys. The next article that I would like to go over states this: movie theater chains, including AMC, will no longer require fully vaccinated guests to wear face masks. This is the perfect step into the right direction, guys. And again, while everyone was fearful and stressed about AMC back in January and February when everything was selling off, I was the one that was saying, guys, why are we all so stressed? AMC is a reopening play. It is going to do well. It is going to flourish with, Carnival Cruise Line and, the airline stocks, the airplane stocks. And that is exactly what has been happening. I think one of the reasons why AMC is doing relatively extremely well compared to GameStop and a lot of the other so on so meme stocks is because it legitimately has, catalysts going for it. And Jim Cramer even says the same exact thing. Even he knows there is actual potential for AMC, and it is definitely a reopening play. And the fact that, they came out with this news, this is definitely the right step into the right direction. So I was really excited when I, saw this. So the next article that I'm going to be going over, this is the one that I'm actually most excited about, and it was actually the most interesting because the information that I read from here, it is actually like mind-boggling. So basically there is this company and they have this algorithm software, and it basically computes information about what could potentially happen in the future with specific stocks because obviously no one knows exactly what is going to happen to a stock. But basically this algorithm software said that based off their calculations and based off their parameters and just the data that they have inputted into their algorithms and software, is they said we are likely to mirror the January effect. And so you can imagine the retail trader momentum buying will continue for a few more days after this big spike. So, again, guys, not only is this algorithm software basically reiterating what I think a lot of people are already thinking, and that is the fact that we are going to see this continuation in, all these AMC spikes, these GameStop spikes, basically the same effect that it had in January. But also, what's really, good for a lot of you guys that are holding AMC over the weekend is that usually, historically, and I don't think a lot of people know this, but statistically, the day after Memorial Day, usually the markets and the indexes or the indices, they all turn out really green. But you also need to be aware because, again, on my channel, I really don't want anyone back holding any stock. Usually, Wednesdays and Thursdays is actually not a good day. Now, remember, this is just historical data, basically statistical data as well. So, again, not everything is 100% just because, history has repeated itself. Previous years doesn't mean that it'll repeat specifically in one given year, but I'm just saying, as a heads up in case you did not know. And so this was the major statistic that I wanted to tell all of you guys about. Did you guys know that AMC's new retail investors, who stand at 3.2 million shares strong, owned about 80% of the company's 450 million outstanding shares as of March 11th. Now, this goes to show you, really, everyone says, oh, the retail traders have so much power. Well, no one could really quantify that. They really didn't know how powerful they were, but this really gives you, set in stone, really how powerful these retail traders are. I didn't even know that it was 80%. I thought maybe 40% because I legitimately thought that the retail traders did not own this many shares. But here it is, guys, 80%. That is phenomenal. And hopefully, this gives some of you guys some conviction if you guys might be back holding AMC. And even Jim Cramer himself said that anyone shorting AMC or GameStop is out of their mind. Wall Street Bets is too powerful, and trying to bet against them right now is just giving them more, fuel. And I agree with Jim Cramer 100%. The fact that 80% of retail traders own AMC, as I said before, that is just crazy. And anyone trying to, bet against Wall Street Bets or, the traders, the retail traders of AMC, I do not think that it will end well for them. However, what I'm going to do now is transfer over to the technical analysis of AMC because what I'm seeing could potentially be dangerous, guys. The news is amazing, and as I said, after Memorial Day, that is usually a really green day in the market. However, the days following, the day after Memorial Day, that is usually not the best days out of the week. So yeah, I'm going to transfer over to the technical analysis, and basically I'm going to be predicting what's going to happen on Tuesday. So guys, in this chart, I basically made it so that you could see every single candle that AMC has had on, a 1 month candle. So this goes all the way back to 2013, almost 2014, because it was in December. But yeah, so as you can see here, I've been a buyer of AMC ever since it was around $6, and this was definitely after the January and the whole January price action movement. And so as it went to $6, I was a buyer. I was not fearful at all. And what I'm seeing, guys, right off the bat, Tuesday, I think, could be a green day for AMC, but I think that what's going to happen is there's going to be more institutions, and they're going to say how much they do not like AMC. They're going to talk about their cash flow. They're going to talk about, dilution, potential dilution. They have not announced it yet. AMC has not announced dilution yet. However, I really think that institutions could talk about, dilution to scare retail traders. That's just what they do. I think that in the next few weeks, or possibly just, starting as soon as next week, institutions will try to start scaring as many retail traders as they can because these institutions have lost so much money. So much money, trying to short AMC. And they've obviously, again, as I stated, lost a lot of money. So it really would not be surprising to see them state a lot of negative news about AMC next week. This whole, retail trader versus Wall Street, I don't think it's going away anytime soon. It'll cool off, then it'll come back again. It'll cool off, then it'll come back again. So going to the 5-minute time frame, I think that really, what I really like right now is we are actually having a lot of support. I said that it could go down. Like, honestly, AMC could go down quite a bit, guys. And that's not to, try to discourage anyone. I'm really just trying to say that, and anyone could tell you this, is that based on how high AMC has been, because the highest it's ever been to was around that $36 level, there's so much, more potential for downside than there is for upside. But that was also the same thing that people said for GameStop. And don't forget what happened to GameStop, guys. So at this point, I really hear people talking about $50. And so, as I said, what I'm seeing here is solid support forming right now. And I'm actually going to be doubling my position if AMC goes down to the $21 level. And yes, I've been a buyer since $6. I've been a buyer since $4. However, I will be doubling on my position when it goes down to the $21 to $22 level. Or I might do it in increments. So, meaning I might put in one fourth at around this $22 level, and then I might put in another fourth at $13 if it even goes to $13. I highly doubt that with all the momentum that has been going on recently that it is going to go to 13, but this is the previous support, and if it goes back down to that previous support, why would I not buy it? And remember, guys, this is just my opinions. I am not a financial advisor. Everything that I do is just my own opinions, but again, this is just what I'm doing. If it goes to 21 or 22, then I'm a buyer, and if it goes to 13, then I'm definitely a buyer. But again, it's your choice. But again, since this is technical analysis, I do see a strong support forming. And on Tuesday, what I think is going to happen is we're going to retest the $30 level. We could end up coming back down, and then I think we would end up bouncing back and forth, back and forth. However, Tuesday and Wednesday, if historically the data repeats and the days after Memorial Day, what ends up happening is the markets turn red, then I think we will break support and fall all the way down to the $22 level. And as I said, I would love to buy it because there's so much potential on AMC when it is at $22. I'm not a financial advisor, but aside from this, guys, let's go ahead and talk about the stocks that Kathy Wood and her team have been buying this week. So, guys, the stock of the day that Kathy Wood and her team have been buying, throughout the month of May is known as ticker symbol SKLZ, or in other words, Skills. This is also another momentum stock that I'm sure a lot of you guys know. And Kathy Wood has actually been having a pretty positive sentiment on Skills. While everyone else was selling, she was actually buying. And so, what do I mean by that? Well, you can see in the middle of May, Kathy Wood and her team in the RK ETF had roughly 15.44 million shares. However, they definitely did increase it, as it is now 15.427 million shares. Basically almost the same, but her and her team definitely increased their portfolio allocation in skills in their RK ETF. And I know that it is just from May 18th. However, they've definitely been buying skills even before May 18th. So that's why I know that they definitely did have a portfolio increase regarding their share amount and even their portfolio allocation into skills. And the same goes for ARKW. They've had basically pretty much the same thing going on from the middle of May all the way to basically the end. They've had roughly their 7.6 million shares in their ARKW ETF. And also, I know that they've been buyers of skills even before, May 18th. But I think that is going to do it for today's videos, guys. And so with the stocks of the day, guys, I don't really go over due diligence. Really what I do is, hopefully just give some of you guys that might be back holding a stock like Skills, is to give you guys some conviction, as I said, if you are back holding a stock, because, you might be selling, but people like Kathy Wood and her team have been buying. And these are phenomenal, investors. They manage very large ETFs. So they obviously know probably a lot more than the average retail trader might know. So again, this is all for, giving you guys some conviction. And again, with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks again for watching.